Okay, so this is my website and it is called Just College Things. And I wanted to make this kind of more of a personal website through my college experiences. And then when I become a teacher, there are already tools on here that can be used. But for now, I wanted to talk about more college things. So this is my home page and it's just called Allie's Helpful Tips to Survive College. And then I have what it is about. And I just want this blog to be a fun and exciting place for fellow college students to learn tips to get through the hardest and not so hard parts of college. So then I just added some pictures and some motivating words here, and then a little quote down here that says, "Education is a passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare it for today." And then what you need to succeed. So I kept this simple. So notebook, pen, motivation, open mind, and confidence. And then I just added a picture here. So here is the education tools, but we will come back to that. I'm going to go to About Me first. Okay, so this is the About Me page, and I wanted to tell you a little bit about myself, and I also want to keep this website kind of lighthearted and fun. So I talk about who I am. So my name is Allie Streeter, and I am a sophomore at California University of PA. I am an early childhood education major with special education. I've known I wanted to be a teacher since I was in fourth grade, so I'm achieving that goal. I grew up in Paoli, PA, which is near Philly. I love being home, but Cal U is my home away from home. I'm not doing this blog to give wonderful advice because trust me, I'm not a professional and I still struggle with myself a lot of the time. I am here to tell you how I got through certain situations and what I would do the same or different next time. I am excited to share my experiences with you. So then I talked about my friends and family and how they are my biggest supporters. And then I also added my favorite quote, and it is, "My friends and family are my support system. They tell me what I need to hear, not what I want to hear, and they are there for me in the good and bad times. Without them, I have no idea where I would be, and I know that their love for me is what's keeping my head above the water." I just really like that quote, and I feel like it's really motivational, especially for someone who's really close with your family. And then I added some pictures of my friends. Here's my family, and then here's my friends from high school. Okay, so now we're going to go back to education tools. So this is my home page for education tools. So to use different education tools, I think it is important to explore different ways to use technology, whether it is for work, school, or just for fun. There are many programs and tools out there to make your life easier and more enjoyable, and I'm going to tell you about some of my favorites. So for the homepage, I just added some pictures. So the first one I'm going to talk about is Kahoot, and then Powtoon, Screencast-O-Matic, QR codes, Adobe Spark, and Google Forms. So we're going to start with Kahoot. So Kahoot is a fun game that will help students learn in and out of the classroom. And on Kahoot, you can take like quizzes, practice quizzes, fun surveys, just a whole bunch of different things. So for some pros and cons, some pros, it is anonymous, so students will not feel uncomfortable, so their name will not pop up if they get an answer wrong. And it is a fun way to create quizzes and surveys. It's very easy to use. There's a step-by-step way to get you through it. It's very colorful, and you can add a lot of pictures or different colors to it using the tools. You can connect it to any device, so students can connect to the game on their phones or computers used in the classroom, and it is easy to share with students. Cons, I honestly, from when I've used it, I don't have any cons because everything has gone smoothly and it's very easy to use. So here is a link that I'm going to show you. So this is what it looks like. And here is Okay, so that's just a link to the Kahoot game if you want to use that. And then I just added in this video I found from YouTube. It's a 5-minute guide to Kahoot. We don't have to watch that right now, but it's just a guide to help you get through creating your own Kahoot. The next tool I have is Powtoon. So this is a fun way to create new presentations, and it's not just a PowerPoint. It's more exciting, and there's animations to it, and so many different fun moving pictures and videos, and there's a lot you can do with it. So pros, it gives students and teachers the opportunity to create fun presentations in a new way. It's very easy to follow, and the free version comes with a lot of tools to use. I know a lot of websites you have to pay to use any good tools, but this one comes with a lot already. Some cons that I found is that it doesn't work correctly on every computer layout. I've used Apple and sometimes the website freezes. I don't know if that has to do with the software or just the website in general. But that's the only con I found for this website. And down here, I just added my video of my teacher intro and why I want to be a teacher and kind of more about me. So that will connect to YouTube. The next one I'm going to be talking about is Adobe Spark, and it is to create different presentations that turn into a creative video. So some pros, you can create different videos and you can put narration on videos. You can explain each slide, so it kind of gives a more personal touch, and you can choose from a lot of different themes. And you can also add in any pictures in the background, like down here. I talked about my media life on why I think my media life is like a roller coaster, so I added in a roller coaster in the background. Some cons is there's not a lot of tool options from what I've seen, but if you explore it more, you could find some more tools, but just from when I used it, I didn't see a lot. But yeah, here's this video if you want to click on that. The next one we're going to talk about is QR codes. So for QR codes, they are a unique tool to add into your classroom or at home for students to use. So some pros, you can use on any device. It is easy to use on a QR code generator. If you search QR code generator on Google, a lot will come up, and then you can add them into your lesson or on your website or anywhere. So you can have your students use them in the classroom or at home if they have a device. If they miss a day or if you just want to give a homework assignment, they can use a QR code. They can just scan it with any device they have, and you can use it for any lesson. Just one con I found, if a student does not have access to a device at home, that could be a problem. But that is the only con I found. So, but there would be no cons if you just use it in the classroom, but if you did use it at home, that could come up as a problem. And down here, I just have my recording of my QR code lesson plan on butterflies. I just had different steps to using the QR codes for each part of my lesson. The next tool we're going to be talking about is Screencast-O-Matic, which I'm actually using right now to record this video. So this website is very awesome. You can create videos for your students that are easy for them to follow along. It doesn't just have to be for students. As you can see, I'm using it right now for one of my classes. You can go on Screencast-O-Matic and screen record whatever is on your screen and talk about what you want to teach to whoever is watching the video. So some pros, it is a good way to explain what you are exactly teaching. It is easy to use and can be uploaded immediately after recording. So as soon as you record your video, you can upload it to YouTube or just on the website, which makes it very easy. Some cons, from what I've seen, I couldn't figure out how to edit or cut the video after recording, but that's not too big of a problem. And you need a device with a microphone setting or headphones. On my computer, you just start talking because there are microphones built in. But if you don't have that, that could be a problem, but you just need headphones with a microphone on it. And down here I have my lesson plan on teaching about plants. So this was just a simple lesson that I recorded to teach my students about, and it's just a good example on how Screencast-O-Matic works. For my last one, I'm going to be talking about Google Forms. So Google Forms is a way to create surveys for people to take and get their response and opinion. So I have used Google Forms before just in my other classes, and it is very easy to use. You go on and you just start typing in your questions, and the survey can be about anything. You can share it with anyone, and it can be any length. And you can also add in pictures and videos. Some cons, there's not that many tools to use. Like, it's kind of just a basic survey tool, and it's not very colorful. I couldn't figure out how you can add like color to the background, but other than that, it was a pretty good tool to use. And I just have my video here that you can view my survey. And yeah, that is the last tool I have. So now I'm going to talk about how I will use in my profession. So in the future, I would love to be an elementary teacher. There are so many ways I can use technology within my classroom, and students love playing with different forms of technology, and there are many ways to learn from it while doing it in a fun way. So some different ways I wrote down. You can create practice quizzes online for my students. I can create videos to show my students during lessons. I can have my students create their own projects online using these tools. My students can play games online that go with the lesson, and they can just have fun with that. And technology is also a good way to stay in contact with my students' parents, because they will be able to see the work they're doing if it's online. And it's also a way that I can show them what they have been learning. And yeah, so that is everything on my website. I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, that's it. Thank you.